Last story of the night. We're going to go out with something I thought was pretty cool. I thought this was a fun story, and whether it happens or not, I don't know. It seems like it is going to happen. Whether it is all that it's been built up to be, we'll see. But I like the gusto that they're going into this thing with. I love it. I love the badassery, the balls that they had to just throw this out there. And that's what really made me want to comment on it. And we're gonna talk about something that's come up here recently. We're gonna talk about Blade, but not just Blade. We're gonna talk about something that's been labeled the Blade Killer. Let's jump right into this story real quick. This is Wesley Snipes. He says after Disney and Marvel announced in 2019 that Mahershala Ali was joining the Marvel Cinematic Universe as Blade, original Blade star Wesley Snipes issued a statement saying he was comfortable with the MCU rebooting the beloved comic book character. Now, while Snipes is comfortable with the MCU tackling Blade, it doesn't change the fact that he is taking matters into his own hands by developing a new supernatural action film that he's nicknamed The Blade Killer. In his word, meaning it will outdo the Blade films in every way. His statement goes as, I don't have any involvement, but I support the young artists and support Marvel in their business decisions, Snipe told Uproxx. It's a beautiful thing. Mahershala Ali has got a heck of a job on his hands. It's weird. I did a Christopher Walken pause there. But anyway, he's saying, sure, Marvel, go ahead. It's your property. He has no right to it anyway. He can't do anything about it. But he's giving his blessing. He's saying, go ahead, Ali, make a great one. Got a hell of a job on your hands moving forward. He says, Snipes said of making the original Blade trilogy, we were white belts then. Wait until you see now what we do as black belts, alluding to the new action movie that is going to smoke all that Blade stuff. In his words. What is the project? This is in Snipes' words as well. What is the project? It's what we call our Blade Killer. Our Blade on steroids, Snipes said. And we set our characters in a world of shapeshifters and a little bit of time travel. But the action is going to be, well, we did a white belt action in Blade. Now we're doing black belt action. He doesn't really give a lot. Talking about shapeshifters and time travel and just really talking about how they're badasses and they're going to be some bad motherfuckers this time around. And I like it, man. I like it. Because Wesley Snipes, much like I was talking about Henry Cavill as Superman earlier, I mean, Mahershala Ali may come out and be Blade, and I might be like, yeah, he's my Blade now. But as of the moment, Wesley Snipes is Blade. In my mind, he will always be Blade. And even if Mahershala Ali comes out and his Blade is great, which I have concerns about for sure. We'll see. I have concerns about the MCU overall, but I do have concerns about this Blade movie. We'll see what they do with it. I will reserve any complaints or any judgments of that movie until I actually put my own eyes on it. But what I do know, and I don't have to reserve anything for, is that Blade 1 and 2 are awesome. Blade Trinity, not so much. But Blade 1 and 2 are awesome. And I really like the gusto they got here. Now he's saying, sure, go ahead and make Blade. Go ahead and make another Blade. Do what I did, but you ain't going to do it as well. Not only that, I'm going to make something that's even better, and it's going to fuck your movie up. I like that. I like that kind of gusto and that kind of just like go-get-em attitude. I think that's really good. It doesn't really tell us much. I mean, he's got shapeshifters, and there's a little bit of time travel, and there are going to be some badasses. About it. I imagine it's going to have some similarities to Blade because he is calling it his Blade Killer. Hopefully it's not just another fucking Daywalker vampire killer or something like that. Or maybe a Daywalker shapeshifter killer or something. I hope it's not. I hope it differentiates itself enough from Blade, but we at the same time see, yeah, I see. Okay, yeah, it's supernatural, badassery like fights and stuff like that, but not Blade. I'd be okay with that. We don't get much more on it. Like I said, this was a very early story. From the hearing them talk, I don't think they've even started on it or anything. But I wouldn't be surprised if he's going to push for this thing to be released at least around the same time as the MCU Blade movie. And I'll admit, I am interested to see what are they going to do with the MCU's Blade. Is it going to be PG-13? R? I mean, because the two good Blade movies are rated R. Blade's content is R-rated. That's not to say they can't do it PG-13. I mean, the third Blade movie was originally PG-13, and it suffered, by the way. But that wasn't the only reason. And MCU has been fairly gun-shy with rated R movies, and they do kind of have like an image that they're going for. There's been talk about rated R movies with like Deadpool and whatnot. We'll see what they do with Blade. Blade was a little bit further along when all that happened, though, so I'm wondering if Blade is already kind of set in stone as a more PG-13 movie. We'll see, man. I don't know. But I am really interested. And while, like I said, I do have an interest, I'm not like hyped for it, and I am skeptical. I'm going to watch the new Blade movie because I like the character, and I'll take it from there. But I'm really kind of excited to see what the hell Snipes is talking about. I want to see what this badass black belt Blade shapeshifter time-traveling badass is all about. I want to see it. I hope this isn't some like cheapo made movie though. I hope there's some money behind it. I hope its quality is up there. And he does talk more about in the article. That's one of the things he talks about, the things that we could do back then, or the things we can do now we just couldn't do back then. And the tools we have at our disposal are so much more. We can do so much more and now than we could then. So I'm excited to see what he's talking about. It makes it sound as if it's not going to have just like some shit budget or something. Because in order for him to stand up to something like Blade, an MCU movie, he's going to have a substantial amount of something going on there. That's not to say a good movie can't be made on a lower budget, but he is trying to compete. He's trying to take an action-heavy supernatural movie and compete with another one, which is really big, big budgeted. So he's going to have to at least pony up some money to do that. We'll see. I don't even know when the MCU's Blade's coming out. I imagine in the next year or so. So we'll probably see this around that time too. I'm eagerly looking forward to this. Hopefully he's not just blowing smoke out of his ass and this is actually going to materialize into something. I really just hope it's just stone cold badassery, like just a badass Wesley Snipes, pretty much Blade in a different type of I want it to be a different story, but that same kind of badassery that came from the first two movies. I really want that. And I don't know. Is the MCU, can they do that kind of badassery? Can they uphold that? I mean, we'll find out, but we know that Wesley Snipes can with Blade, so hopefully we'll see that again with this his Blade killer that's coming sometime. Hopefully, maybe. Either way, I'm looking forward to it. Thanks for checking out this clip from the Jarcast Movie Podcast. If you like this and want more, then check out the Jarcast live stream every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Central Time on the Jacob Anders Review YouTube channel, where you can also find movie reviews every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. You can also listen to the entire podcast on all major podcasting platforms such as Spotify, Google, and iTunes. So if you prefer audio, whichever one is your preferred, check it out there. Once again, I really appreciate it and thanks for watching. And as always, stay sexy, YouTube.